Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today is going to be a very interesting day. The SEC has an announcement scheduled for today because, the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit's not going their way. Going after Kim Kardashian, which is really low-hanging fruit, that didn't go their way either. So now they're doubling down and they want to bring some more enforcement action. So let's just get right into it. This comes from Fox Business journalist and producer Eleanor Tourette yesterday, saying, "Scoop, my SEC Gov sources tell me to be prepared for a potentially big announcement tomorrow. Could it have something to do with a Kraken FX settlement following a closed meeting at 2 p.m.? Could settlement terms have industry ramifications? Could this be a Ripple settlement announcement? I'm not sure." So first off, is this going to be some Ripple XRP announcement? I highly doubt it. This is the reason why. Another thing that came out yesterday is that the Coinbase CEO says he heard rumors the SEC wants to ban crypto staking. So this announcement, I think it's probably going to be some sort of general enforcement announcement of, hey, we're going to start targeting cryptocurrency staking in the United States. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, we're all aware of ETHgate, right? The Ethereum Foundation consensus, they're, stuff in the pockets of the SEC officials trying to get some faux clarity, some pseudo clarity. There wasn't any real clarity in the first place. The SEC officials just wanted some quick $15 million in retirement benefits. So it's quite funny how the SEC, they got all buddy-buddy with Ethereum, and then now they want to ban crypto staking. Guys, what is crypto staking? Well, there's really two forms of it. The first part is you're staking directly into the network, such as Ethereum. And Ethereum just became a stakeable coin recently. It was historically a mineable coin since the origin. Then they switched it over into staking, probably because the Ethereum high-up people can probably make more money with staking instead of, dedicating computing power. So staking is basically, okay, let's say you take your, 30 Ethereum, you stake it on the Ethereum network, and you're guaranteed, it's crypto. So when it's like, oh, you are guaranteed 6% a year. Sure. Are you going to get 6% a year? Yeah, but it's crypto, man. You know how fast things go from 30 billion to zero? Very quick, right? So cryptocurrency staking, one way or another, you're just either staking your money into the network itself, or you're staking your money onto a platform, which is going to then use your money, and then they're going to try to make more money off of your money, and they're going to give you like 6-7% per year. For example, XRP holders that were staking on Celsius. Hey, give us your XRP bags. We're going to give you 7% per year compounding interest. And now your money's gone. So I can understand where the SEC is coming from. I'm going to try to play both sides of the coin here as best as I can. I don't want to be too biased and just be, everything the SEC does is bad. But I can understand where the SEC is coming from because a lot of these crypto staking platforms have, gone bust and gone zero and took everyone's money and pulled the rug on everyone. That's where I can understand the part of the SEC's side, because the SEC claims to protect investors. So if the SEC came out and they made some litigation where it's like, okay, if you are some crypto exchange platform and you're not a bank, you cannot take everyone's money and just say you're going to give 6% a year. That I can understand. The other part of it, I think, where people are really starting to get pissed off is when it's like legitimate network staking. Like, you're not staking into a centralized platform. You're actually staking into a decentralized network, which will give you returns for your node of validating transactions. So today, that's probably what the announcement is going to be. Is going to be something along the lines of a lawsuit against Coinbase for crypto staking, a lawsuit against Kraken for crypto staking, a generalized intent to ban crypto staking. So that's basically what the announcement is going to be today. Now, if I play the other side of the coin here, which is the, I effing hate the SEC coin, this is basically, the SEC has done so bad under Gary Gensler. Under Gary Gensler, he's been doing absolutely terrible. When Congress, when the United States Congress was summoning Gary Gensler to a hearing, he didn't show up. He sent down his little henchman that's like, sure, he's high up in the SEC, but he's not high enough to where he can just do the, this is an ongoing investigation. I cannot answer that. You guys remember that with the one guy in the SEC hearing? SEC was getting absolutely blasted by Congress, and all this guy could say, which Gary Gensler just stuffed in that position to say, hey, you know what, you take all the heat, I don't want to deal with it. Even though Gary Gensler himself was summoned to appear, he sends his little henchman below him, and all the guy says is, this is pending litigation, I cannot talk about this. And then they ask another question, they're like, as I said before, this is pending litigation, I cannot answer any of your questions, I cannot answer your questions, right? So it's all this just BS of the SEC being a complete failure and a mockery of trying to, protect investors over here. So I think the SEC, they're kind of trying to grab any low-hanging fruit they can to champion some sort of, oh, hey, look at us. We have a victory. We are protecting investors. We are doing good as the SEC, because they've been doing so bad. No clarity Gary Gensler. He goes ahead and he pulls a publicity stunt going after Kim Kardashian for making some sort of like NFT post or something, and wants like $1 million settlement out of it. And then later, the case ends up being completely dismissed. And then did the SEC announce, oh, we dismissed the case, guys, we're bad? No, they just kind of left it in the dark, left it under the radar, didn't want anyone to know about it. So after this complete failure, which is called the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit, they're pulling these publicity stunts now. Kim Kardashian, and let's go after Coinbase, and we're going to ban crypto staking, and we're going to go after Kraken FX. And it's like, look, Coinbase, Ripple, Kraken, what are they all doing? They're running a business. They're trying to make money. They're trying to grow their business. They want to build an ecosystem. They are building an ecosystem, right? I could say with very, very good confidence, Ripple, Kraken, I have a little bit of emotional connection to, because that was the first place I ever bought XRP. So that's, to me, Kraken kind of hits home, because that was like the only exchange at the time that, hey, I will take the dollars out of your bank account and I will give you some sweet, sweet Bitcoin to go transfer into XRP. So Kraken, that kind of goes a little bit emotional, because 6 years ago, you couldn't buy XRP anywhere in the United States. And the only way, to my knowledge, you could do it was Kraken Exchange. So Kraken, Ripple, and Coinbase, they are all, I would say, very successful businesses that are trying to provide the most value they can to investors and grow the ecosystem for the betterment of everyone. And the SEC now, they want to come after them, and they want to use any little tiny piece of ammunition they can find to just fire off one bullet and say, oh, ho, this thing you started doing, exactly 732 days ago? Yeah, you're wrong. We're going to sue you now. It's just, it's all this bullshit of having this like pseudo, what am I trying to say here? This like pseudo jurisdiction. Like they really, in reality, when it comes down to just straight up law, the SEC, they don't have actual jurisdiction over cryptocurrency. They're acting like they have it, and they're being this little like baby throwing a temper tantrum at these companies, and no one's really stopping them. But what's funny is kind of a sister agency known as the CFTC, the Commodities Futures and Trading Commission. They were publicly like on Twitter, not even like, official mainstream media. Oh, we think you're doing something bad. No, like just straight up personal opinion on Twitter. The CFTC was calling out the SEC. And you're talking, you got SEC over here, CFTC over here. They're two sides of the same coin. I mean, yeah, they are different, but they're pretty much playing the same game. And the CFTC commissioners come out publicly on Twitter and make like bombshell tweets that get tens of thousands of likes and start saying, yeah, the SEC has no jurisdiction. What we think they're doing is wrong. So it's really coming down to a point where it seems like the United States government just hates crypto. I think that's what, at the end of the day, that's what it's coming down to, is the United States just hates cryptocurrency and thinks cryptocurrency is threatening the status of the dollar as a global reserve currency. I think that's probably in reality what's going on here. I know you have like some of these politicians that like they pretend to be supportive of crypto just to get campaign donations, and they, make one proposal and then all of a sudden they think they're like like the crypto Jesus that's going to save crypto. But I think as a whole, the United States government wants to stifle innovation and does not want cryptocurrency to succeed in the United States. I think that's what it is. And to get more specific, I think the SEC could be the tool that they're using to propel that agenda forward. Because you guys got to remember, I'm not speaking for all governments around the world here, but let me just say, for the United States government, they don't want to help you. They don't want you to get rich. They don't want to help you build something awesome and really support you in your business venture. They don't want to do that. They want your tax money. They want your time. And they don't want you to succeed. That's reality. That's reality. Like, you know, in the United States, 50% of people making 6 figures a year, okay? 50% of people in the United States making $100,000 a year, 50% of them are living paycheck to paycheck. Could you imagine living paycheck to paycheck on $8,300 a month before taxes? I mean, I know it's not, insane money, but if you don't live in California or New York, that's a very nice nut you get every month that is actually quite comfortable. $8,000 a month, right? So at the end of the day, I mean, the United States, they're not supportive of the average guy. And what the average guy in crypto is doing is getting a very nice medium bag of multiple cryptocurrencies and holding for the long run for potential generational wealth, retirement wealth. And they don't want you to succeed. They don't want you to get rich and stop working and stop being a part of the big economic machine of the United States. They want you, fairly speaking, they want you to stay poor so you work until your death. So you contribute to the big, greasy economic machine of the United States, and they want you a part of that to keep it moving forward. They don't want people buying crypto, having it pump thousands and thousands of percent, and a lot of people cash out and get rich and don't have to work anymore. They want to keep you in the economic machine. All right? So, guys, here's my little rant. Just stay tuned for later today for the announcement from the SEC. Look, I can already read the comments like, oh yeah, dude, it's going to be a Ripple XRP settlement announcement. If today is a Ripple versus XRP settlement announcement, I am going to do something really, really insane and probably stream for like 11, 12 hours a day, like for the next week. Because if today's announcement is somehow, some way, okay, guys, we're going to settle with Ripple. Yes, like it used to be a security, but now we're saying it's not a security. If something like that comes out today, my mind will be blown. But in reality, just keep your expectations low. This is going to be a publicity stunt by the SEC. They're going to go after some exchange and say, oh, you can't stake crypto anymore. That's probably what it's going to be. But I just had to come on here, give you guys my little rant, let you know what's going on. And it's just really a shame as a United States citizen. And fun fact, I'm not even like fully American. One of my parents is actually an immigrant from another country, right? So as a half American, I mean, you guys can tell I got the Euro nose, the Euro eye bones going on. But as an American citizen, I am extremely dissatisfied with how the United States is approaching cryptocurrency innovation. Being a hub to some of the largest cryptocurrency, platforms, ecosystems, exchanges in the world. I'm just very disappointed at how they're just going to shove crypto companies offshore. And maybe for the future of crypto, maybe that's the best thing. If they want to sit here and punish everyone for trying to build wealth and build ecosystems, and I understand some of them are scams, rug pulls, they go bust off of risky trading, and some of them all collapse and steal the money. I understand that. But at the end of the day, maybe the best thing for crypto is if the United States wants to keep playing this clown game, this musical chairs clown game of like, oh, who we're going to go after next, maybe it's the best for the future cryptocurrency for these companies to be offshore and over in Hong Kong, in the UK, in Korea, in Japan, because it seems like from what I'm reading, like Hong Kong, UK, Japan, Korea are incredibly friendly to cryptocurrencies. And right now, the Republic of Korea, South Korea to be specific, they're drafting up legislation which is exactly what the United States needs. South Korea, they're putting out something where it's like, in the first half of 2023, it's going to be a proposal of guidelines of what makes a crypto a security, what makes it not a security, which is what we need in the United States. And guys, after, living in the United States all my life and going to Korea for just 4 months, oh my God, their society is so much more advanced. You wouldn't even believe it. Amazing society. I understand every society, they got their dark corners or whatever, but just 4 months in Korea, went to went to the capital city and a bunch of other big cities. God, that society is very, very just fucking organized, quick, speed, perfection, like just good quality things, right? And that's what Korea is doing now. Is they have announced just like 2 days ago that, hey, we're going to draft something called the Capital Markets Act, and it's going to be, okay, a crypto that's a security is this. A crypto that's not a security is this, which is what we need in the United States. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Long term, I don't want to live in the U.S. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I love, First Amendment, Second Amendment, all that stuff, but honestly, I think personally, I would give up First and Second Amendment to live in just a much better country. You know what I mean? Like, I appreciate the United States, how we have probably the most freedoms out of any country, but really at what cost, So in my opinion, long term, I'm looking to live in Asia. That's kind of my dream here with XRP, is getting together enough money where I can buy kind of a modest high-riser in like some sort of metropolis over in Asia and just kind of live over there, man. Because I'm telling you, if you go to Asia for just a few months and really just see how different countries do things so much differently, you'd be blown away at how much different other countries just do things better than the United States, So anyways, guys, that's it for today. Probably talked a little more than I should have, but stay tuned to the SEC announcement. Let's see what it is. Let's roll the dice, and I'll see you guys in the next one.